And I think like the general vibe of Brood is so different, with it being like an old working men's club, and the music they play is sound. So yeah, this kind of became a bit of a spot.
I think the fact that this has like legitimate Leeds roots of just being a working men's club beforehand's good. I think the first thing that made it pop onto the scene for me was when Cribs did the Christmas gig here. Like, how many years ago was that?
Back at the Brudenell Social Club, which is where we played his first shows about 6 years ago, and we're here to play the first record and the early demos.
But yeah, generally we just come here for a drink, as it goes. I mean, like, it's the sort of place that I'd probably just buy tickets for and just see what the event is, just see how it goes.
I think every time I've seen a gig here, it's been
Off
not
the cuff.
coming
Yeah.
with a gig in mind, drinking out here, meeting random people that say, oh, we're off to see so-and-so in the bin.
It was a slow, long process of continually battering down social perceptions of the place back in the late 90s, early 2000s of what should happen here in this area, not in the city centre. Why music should come to a suburb rather than a city centre with a train station and a typically old social club with less standard markers than a typical other gig venue.
Coming here for like 10 years now. Pint used to be like £2.10, like, and that was still like 5 years ago. That wasn't too long ago. And then used to be able to come here and play like pool for free in the days, which was really nice. Used to come here when I was like 16 and play pool. There's like definitely a lot more younger people. I guess over the years they've got more like venue rooms and stuff. For the most part, I'm pretty sure they've still got like their core like clientele, like 50-year-olds that have been coming here for the past like 40 years and stuff with their parents.
On the Sundays and that, when it's a little bit less student-y, like obviously you've still got locals and that around here. It's a nice vibe, isn't it? Like obviously they've got the venue, like, which is quite nice as well, to be fair. The music in there is pretty good usually, all the bands and that.
I realised quite a long time ago that we had a space here, and that if we could carefully evolve the space and adapt it, that there was a lot of free evenings, and you know, even if it was 50 people in, that would ensure that we then could sell more beer or get more people through the door, spread the name, attract more artists, and hopefully, and we went on a journey then to starting to book more that we particularly liked, but we never closed the door on like the breadth of what comes through, so we'd have everything and encourage people to put in everything on, from extreme noise nights. Used to be a night called the Termite Club back in the early 2000s, to, you know, hardcore bands or whatever it may be, from folk, Americana, a breadth across the board. But I believe it's more about listening to others' music taste and trying to fit in to things that we like in our community, rather than just booking the artist with the biggest commercial pull, because that's not necessarily what we want here. And that's not saying that's not a, oh, we don't want that kind of thing. That's saying that isn't our aim and objective. It is about putting on things that we like or that someone else likes, and encouraging them to come and be the venue for that artist.
Where I come if I just want like a chill time, but I want to leave the house. I want to feel like I'm doing something, but not going into town. Just that like every week there's just gigs I want to go to, you know, like actual people. I saw the Districts this month. Here, and they were really good. Oh yeah, I really like them. I've wanted to see them for ages, so it was so cool being like, oh my god, I'm actually here and seeing them.
It's a nice mix between actual people and students, and I feel like everyone's just quite respectful of everyone else.
Level of reward and loyalty that you have to pay to certain people that isn't about profit or like the capitalist ways of doing things. It's about actually understanding that it's the osmosis in the area, that when things kind of happen, you've got those people also here. And I think that there's an understanding that, you know, there's times a year that we realise that they're the static community, and that the transient one of students and gig goers and others come often in cycles for 2, 3 or 4 years and then move on onto their life, whereas some of these, like we say, have been there for 30, 40, 50 years, and you have to have a level of that. What we have to hope is that the venue is sustainable and is here in the long term. There always are several threats around the corner that you cannot predict, that come and go in waves, and you have to look at, you only have to look at the recent past with COVID that came and threatened not only this but a lot of venues and the other infrastructure in hospitality. And then you look at things like anything that could happen with a new development nearby, a noise complaint, or planning laws or changes in regulations. I think you have to keep on top of a full analysis and understand what is actually going on politically, socially, around the ecosphere of live music. And what you also hope is that the person that walks through the door may be one of those people that settles here and is here for 30, 40, 50 years, but embraces something else also other than snooker, likes the music or some of the other things that we do here. And I think it's just not trying to put into a box what another typical pub, venue, bar, place does.